Hi there, Cancer. Thank you so much for joining me. This is going to be your first half of May general reading. And if you're new here, my name is Melissa and I do zodiac readings. And every Monday I post a video on a metaphysical topic. I'm open to suggestions. I come up with some stuff on my own. Sometimes it's kind of random. But next Monday, our video is going to be on the new moon that's going to be coming up. So if you're interested in stuff like that, make sure you hit the subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications for the next video. I'm going to finish up shuffling and remind you that this is a general reading. I'll be connecting with energies from all over the place. So there will be messages for multiple people. So if something doesn't resonate for you, then it's meant for somebody else. So please take what resonates for you and leave the rest for them. All right, so the bottom of the deck is going to determine the overall energy of the reading and what we're going to be discussing since we don't have a question to go off of. And we have the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords. So this doesn't look very happy. So we have some kind of, I feel like, inner turmoil going on here. So let's see, what do we have? What is Cancer dealing with right now? What is Cancer dealing with? The Ace of Rods, okay. The Ace of Rods. What is Cancer dealing with right now? Okay, two cards from there. And we have the Nine of Rods and the Ace of Swords. Okay, so we have, so far on the table, we have two aces and two nines. So we have two beginnings and two kind of almost dones, right? So we have the Ace of Rods, the Ace of Swords, and the Nine of Rods for what's going on right now. Right now, I feel like you're trying to start something. You're trying to start something, but you're not quite finished with something else. So there's something that you're not ready to leave behind, but you're trying to start something new. And we have swords and rods or wands. I'm trying to pick up my cards. So we have swords and rods, which are wands. So we have air energy and fire energy. We have passion, motivation, and we also have thought. So I feel like there's kind of a couple of different directions you're trying to go in. You're trying to change a lot at once. You're trying to start over fresh on something. So, but you have these nines kind of holding you back. There's unfinished some, like, see, we have defensive and we have kind of ignoring the problem. So we're not really ready to move on. So let's see what is coming up for Cancer. What is coming up for Cancer? Near future for Cancer. Okay. The Wise One or the Hermit. I'm sorry, I'm bouncing the camera all over the place. And the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so this is what's coming up for you. It's time to, and I feel like this is very similar to Gemini's reading. So if you have Gemini in your chart, maybe check that out too. But the Wise One is the Hermit, and then we have the Two of Pentacles. So the Wise One, the Hermit, is kind of seeking answers or going to kind of find yourself. Stepping back and taking it in, stepping back from your family, your friends, whatever it is, the situation that has you kind of not ready to move on. It's kind of just like taking a step back and going more within, seeking answers from within. And then we also have the Two of Pentacles. So I feel like you take some time to yourself to kind of figure out what it is that you want to do. And you have two going on there, and it's not a hardship, it's fun. Like, he's juggling and he's on the tightrope, and you're pretty happy with just two balls in your court, kind of. I mean, taking it very literally from the imagery, but you're okay with that. Like, you come to terms with the fact that you're gonna have to kind of you're gonna have to be more flexible and just got some stuff in my ear right now. You're gonna have to be flexible, and you come to terms with that. So I feel like the solitude and kind of going within for your answers brings you to a place of peace and balance. So the balance is what you're kind of seeking here. I feel like you're trying to start too many new things all at once, and you really need to work on just kind of balancing what you've got going on. There may be a reason why we're not ready to let go of the past and move forward. So let's see, what advice do we have for Cancer? Advice for Cancer. The Wheel of Fortune, Karma, and the Empress. All majors. Okay, so the advice. Look at those beautiful cards. So we have the Empress, which is be nurturing to yourself. Seek people who nurture you, who make you feel filled up, who make you feel emotionally whole. Seek people who do that. Maybe even some time in nature, some grounding. Definitely also kind of represents to me a new beginning, a fresh start, which I feel like kind of goes along with the Wise One or the Hermit. Also, we had the Wheel of Fortune, which is kind of taking control of your own destiny. I feel in this case, kind of taking control of your own destiny, spin your own wheel. You're like kind of like a steering wheel situation. You're in charge, you're steering the ship, and it can go wherever you want to take it. So I feel like start kind of taking control of your own destiny. We create our own life and our own experience here on this planet in this lifetime. So I feel like the advice that the cards are giving us kind of goes along with that. Like, make sure that you're not letting somebody else control what you are trying to manifest in your life. And then we also have Karma, which I believe correlates to the Judgment card in traditional. It's kind of, or is it Temperance? It doesn't matter. To me, this card kind of represents going full circle. Again, kind of more circles here. The wheel is a circle, and this to me represents more like the circle of life. You have, the beginning of life experience, and then we have death at the end, and it just kind of starts over. So it's kind of starting over, starting a new cycle. So these things that you do want to start doing are good for you. It's okay to start over. It's start looking forward to the new chapter is what I see, and it kind of goes along a little bit with balance that we saw earlier. So I feel like the advice from the cards is to nurture yourself, take care of yourself, take control of your own destiny, and kind of get back in the driver's seat is what I'm hearing. And also with the karma, it's a circle of life, and you've come full circle, and it's time to start a new cycle. Also what I'm hearing suddenly is kind of breaking the cycle. Maybe there's some kind of cycle in your life of maybe what I'm getting is unfinished business. There's unfinished things that you leave behind and try to move on. You can't seem to bring yourself to finish something. So it's kind of breaking the cycle of that. Make sure you're completing your task, or finishing, getting closure before you move on to something else, instead of trying to not really self-medicate, but that's the phrase I'm hearing. Just make sure that you're getting closure on things before you move on to something else. So you're coming full circle. It's not a full circle unless you complete the first task, So yeah, definitely whatever it is that you're trying to start, I wouldn't start it until you've completed the previous task. And I feel like a lot of alone time is what's in order, what's coming for you in the near future. Spending time with yourself and your thoughts, and getting yourself into a place where you can trust your own judgment and your own intuition, and go with what feels right for you, and find the answers that you're looking for within. So you have all the answers. You just need to tap into that. And also getting balanced. I see some balance in your near future. The first couple weeks of May are going to is going to be about you seeking balance, and the way you're going to do that is by nurturing yourself and taking control of your life and not letting other people kind of manipulate you into doing what they want you to do. That kind of realizing that you need to be there for yourself and nurture yourself and take care of yourself, and nobody else is going to do that. You know, you are Cancer, you are intuitive, you can be emotional, and you're very in touch with that side of yourself. So don't get carried away with that. Don't let that take over, and don't let other people use it against you. So yeah, that's the advice I have from the cards for the first half of May for Cancer. If you know your moon or your rising or your Venus sign, definitely take a look at the other videos to see how that kind of correlates for you. I'm definitely curious to see what it is that you're trying to start up. It looks like you've got a couple things on your plate that you're thinking about doing. So leave me a comment. Also, if you have a suggestion for Metaphysical Monday, I am taking down notes from you guys. So check out the playlist. I have a playlist linked in the description box for all of the Metaphysical Monday videos. So if that's something you're interested in checking out, the link is right there for you. But thank you again for joining me. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. I'll see you again in the next video. And as always, have a blessed day.